Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from jazzlecraft.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I live and work in Scotland. And I've just come on today to show you some of the things that I've made with this bundle that Stampin' Up have released early. I'm just getting myself set up here. I believe there are a couple of people here, so just say hello. Hi Karen. You will have seen these before, but I've just decided to share all my makes with my YouTube friends. Hi Gina, you come. Hi Lorna. Oh yes, lovely to have you in, Lorna, and everyone else. Just bear with me, I'm just getting settled down. I'm not actually going to be crafting on this video. I'm just going to be showing you my make so far, and then what I will do is over the next week or two I will remake these projects for anyone that wants to know how to make them. Hi JT, nice to see you. So, backstory. I'm part of a team called the Puttlers within Stampin' Up. It's a wider team that I'm part of, and we had an event recently. We had a Curvy celebration and we based it all on the Curvy variety bundle that Stampin' Up have released early. Now, what they've done is this stamp set and this die set, the Curvy dies and the Quite Curvy stamp set, are in the new catalogue that comes out to customers at the beginning of January. So they've released this early. They do that sometimes just to let you get your hands on something to start crafting for springtime. So they're offering that bundle at 10% off, but they've added in for the month of December a pack of 6x6 paper, which some of it could be Christmas and some of it you could use. I mean, look, leaves, that doesn't have to be Christmas. Stars don't have to be Christmas. Do you know, the patterns, they're usable for lots of events now. They're used, so there are 48 6x6 sheets in the pack. They come in shaded spruce, Sahara sand and cherry cobbler along with whisper white. There are 4 patterns, but they're double-sided patterns. So you've got, I think if I show this a different way then maybe, like, so you've got these 4 which are like sort of geometric and certainly generic, you know, stars, stripes, squares, dots, could be for anything. Turn it over. You've got wee trees, but well, trees grow all year round. I don't think any of this is essentially Christmas. They're appropriate for Christmas, but not essential Christmas. So those patterns are in all 3 colours. So this is a quarter of a pack that I've got out here at the moment. And they have not released this, they've put this one on for December as a special product, and a Curvy Christmas set, which is gorgeous too. And these all work with the Curvy dies that are here. So the whole 4 products together, if you buy them together as a variety bundle, you get 10% off everything, which is really good. If you buy this bundle on its own, you'll get 10% off the normal retail price of them. These come at their, if you buy them separate, you can buy them separately, but you just pay the normal retail price for them. Right, so I'm yabbering again. So basically, as part of our big, because Puttlers is a big team. I'm not a first level Puttler, I'm a second level Puttler, and I'll explain all that. If you sign up as a demonstrator, you will understand. If you're already a demonstrator, you'll understand all that. So my team leader runs a team called Corrie Paper Crafts, and wow, you're in here, Karen. Hi. And then Karen, her team leader is Sam Hammond Donald, who runs Pootlers, and then Sam's team leader is Michelle Last, who runs Pinkies. So I'm part of all those three teams, and then I run my own team, which is called Jazzles Dazzlers. So it's hard to say, and I'm thinking of changing it to Team Jazzle Dazzle. So I'm waiting for the ladies in my team to approve that, and I think I'm going to change it. But that'll be the next technical problem, is how to change your name on your group in Facebook. I always find these things. Anyway, we're off topic, I'm away. So at the Pootlers event, our Curvy celebration, I volunteered to do a showcase with the bundle, and that was before I volunteered, before I even had my hands on the bundle. And then it came, and I was like, okay, right, yep, very nice. I can think of a couple of things I can make with this. I was like, do you know how you think it's all exciting? And my team know what I mean, because I do a design demonstrator every month, and I send them a stamp set, and they have to do a design a week for the rest of the team for 5 weeks with that stamp set. It's like, it's exciting, but it's like, oh no, I don't know if I can do this. So anyway, I pulled it. I think I pulled it off, and I amused myself anyway. So some of you that are here have already seen these products. So what I've done is I've just brought to show you what I eventually did. So I started, I've got these all muddled up, I've got a show board. Some people might have seen what I've done if they've done a face-to-face, if I've done a face-to-face, because I've had them on the rack behind me anyway. Right, so I took, first one I did was I just took the stamps out first and played with them, to be honest, to see what they did. So this stamp set, the actual quite curvy one, that's where the stamps for this one came. So again, these are a bit squashed because I've been putting them on a display rack. So this is soft sea foam, my card base, and I've just done tone on tone stamping with the ivy leaves. Well, I think they're ivy leaves anyway, but correct me if I'm wrong. And then I've just stamped with Memento here and coloured with my blends using Seaside Spray and Soft Sea Foam. And then I've just pulled out a couple of our stick-on sequins that are from, I don't remember which suite, I don't remember everything, I just pulled together things I had around me. These are in the annual catalogue, they're on from the Artistry something. Yeah, you can do, Monica, yep. So if I said hello to everybody, so it's hello Karen, hello Gina, hello Lorna, hello Monica, hi JT. Yeah, I've said hello to everyone who's in right now. So, and then another one that I did, and I just layered that up with this Seaside Spray and just popped it onto the card, and I think that's quite pretty. And then of course the stamp that I absolutely adore are these wee birds. I just love those wee birds, they're just so cute. And as soon as I saw that, they screamed out Robin Redbreast to me. Artistry blooms. I'm saying artistry, I got my wrong teeth in today, Karen. So I did these wee robins, and you used a bit of this designer series paper in the background, the ivy stamp, and I've used my Wink of Stella, so I've stamped it in the shaded spruce, and then just used my Wink of Stella to pull. Don't worry, because I'm going to make videos of doing these cards probably individually. And then my wee robins, I've stamped them in, I've either used soft suede or early espresso, I really can't remember, and then I've just coloured them with my blends. I think I've used Crumb Cake and Real Red, and they're just so pretty. I love Robin Redbreast, they're just a lovely bird. So yeah, that was my kind of simple, and the hooray for you sentiment, just nice, and you know, wishing you the happiest of birthdays, lovely sentiments. So then I had to use my favourite colour, so we went for my Night of Navy with Seaside Spray. So what I did was I cut out, I'm not, as I say, I'm not doing crafting on this video, but I will come back and film these. So what I used was this die, this one, to make this little pattern here. So I cut it, I just cut a piece of card the size of my card, then cut this off at an angle with the Night of Navy, so that cut that, but then of course I had this piece left over, so I just popped that to the top of another card, and then I just did tone on tone stamping here diagonally across, white embossed my sentiment, and I've used some of these iridescent petals just to finish it off. Then Night of Navy on here to stamp my wee birdie and my leaves, and Wink of Stella just to lift it and lift the colour a wee bit, and then just a bit of this absolutely gorgeous ribbon, just beautiful, this Seaside Spray with the silver metallic thread through it. That is in the annual catalogue. It is gorgeous, just gorgeous. And for the other side I just did kind of the same but different, if you know what I mean. So we've still got the wee birdie, we've used a different sentiment here, hello. It's almost simple stamping this, because tone on tone there, tone on tone here, just a wee flower, the wee flower sprig there. And just to disguise that line, just to soften it a wee bit, just put some beautiful bling. I just think maybe there's something wrong with me that I can admire my own work, but I like them. And Stampin' Up just makes it so easy to be creative with all the products and the fact that all the colours work together. So then I went for another two completely off the wall colours. I went for Granny Apple Green with black. And then I used the die, this die, which is a really clever die, because this one cuts the leaves out. Now if you're interested in this variety bundle, to get the whole bundle at 10% off, you do need to buy it in December, because come January it will just be the one stamp set and the die set that you'll be able to buy at full price. Or I think if you buy it as a bundle you'll still get your 10% off in the new catalogue. But this one cuts the leaves out, but it leaves a, I don't know how well you can see, you maybe see it better on the green. The embossing is beautiful. Now if you have a look at Pinterest or any other sort of places where Stampin' Up people load their projects, you will see loads of projects using this bundle, absolute loads, and you will see that some crafters have got much more patience than me, because the leaves that are cut out of this are embossed as well, and if you've got the patience you can piece them back in. One of my Stampin' friends, Heather Forgan, she's stamping with Nellie. If you check her out on her blog, she's the same name on her blog and on YouTube, she's done where she's pieced the leaves back in, and they're absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, you could use Night of Navy with this green, it works really well, but I've been trying to sort of give, so this one is, all I've done is cut that out, those leaves out. I chuck mine in the bin. It's so, you just need to have the patience. Maybe I don't have much patience. You could use some tweezers and you pop them back in. I just stamped that with my Memento Black, my wee birdies too, and then just use some Wink of Stella on their backs, and I've used the Hooray for You. So I just cut them out, stuck this onto a piece of basic black, and then onto my Granny Apple Green card, and I like that contrast of colour. Yep. Yeah, it would contrast really well with Night of Navy, but also black with daffodil yellow gives you a lovely contrast too. So it's nice. So using, you know, because I'd cut up some black and I had Granny Apple Green card base, because let's face it, you make 2 card bases out of 1 sheet of A4 card. I then did this where I cut twice on my black, and I layered it onto a piece of, I think it's just a piece of our gold foil sheet. It is, yeah. But we've got so many different foil sheets just now, because you've got the brushed metallic sheets that are in the I've got August to December mini, which, you know, you should stock up on, because that, you know, the end of December is nigh. If Christmas isn't far away, then neither's the end of the year. Anyway, so thinking of you makes my day, and just gold heat embossed these leaves again, and I just think that is really effective, really striking. What will I show you next? What I've got. It's not all cards, it's not all cards. So what about this one? Ba-bam bam. What about my wee Rudolph and my red velvet card, red velvet paper, and this is our brushed metallic sheeting, and again I've used 2 dies here. Oops, I've used the other 2 Curvies. So I've used that one. Well, clearly I've used it that way. And then this one with the dots. Whoops. To cut the brush metallic sheet. And then underneath that I have some of the red velvet card, and I have embossed that, and I don't have a catalogue handy and I can't remember the name of that embossing folder, but it's one of the narrow ones that goes with them, that will fit in the mini machine when we finally get that. But they fit in the normal size machine anyway, so that's no loss. I don't know if you want to see the other dies that are in here just while I'm here. So look, come out. Well, I've got this out. So that one would cut out the leaves, so you could use the leaves, stamp the leaves and cut them out. I do have some cut out somewhere that I was colouring in to do something, but I ran out of time. I would have had a whole lot more projects, but I ran out of time before our showcase. So that one cuts out the leaves, and that one cuts out the little flower. Maybe I should show you it with the stamp set. Seriously, if you don't have this bundle, you should invest in it, because there are tons in it that you can do. So you can stamp that and then cut it out. These are not quite full size, these images on here. And then that one cuts out the little floral sprig. We've got a die for each of the birds, and I don't even know what that one's for. There's a teeny weeny one there, I'm not even sure what it's for. I think it's a cloud. I haven't cut it out, so I don't know. Oh yeah, it's for this little, look, that tiny little stamp there. Little sprig. See, you learn something new every day. That's what that's for. I hadn't even checked that out. And one for each of the birds. So pop them away before we lose them. So it is a superb set, there's no doubt about it. But I have to say, it did take me a wee while to warm up with it. If I say, you know how it arrived and I thought, yeah, okay, a couple of cards, I've got an idea. But it just took a wee while. Right, so yeah, that's that card, and I've used, well, and that die there, that just, it doesn't have a stamp to go with it, but it cuts a lovely sprig. I'm sorry, I should have had, I do have some of these cut. Oh yeah, here's one, because I did have bits and pieces, so yeah, it cuts and embosses. See, it puts the vein on the leaf. Hi Shirley, in you come. Come away in, hen. Come and warm yourself by the fire. I better put this die away before I lose it. still got a few things to show you. So yeah, and these dies are from the Hippo and Friends dies, and my wee reindeer, he's from Warm and Toasty, as is my sentiment. And I've stamped him onto the cinnamon cider velvet paper, and the bow, I stamped it again and cut onto the red velvet paper. I just stamped with black memento and just cut out his wee nose and cut out the bow. So it's soft and fluffy, and so is that. I love the dip, and then you've got the metallic texture there, and this beautiful satin, real red satin ribbon, which is in the annual catalogue. I was gifted that a reel of that from Sam Hammond. Yeah, it's just beautiful. So yeah, so like that too. 2 more cards and then I'll show you my 3D. Well, actually, yeah, 2 of my cards and then 1 designed by one of my Stampin colleagues. Okay, so what about that? I have been watching on Pinterest and watching what everyone else is doing, and I was hoping no one would do this before I showed it on my showcase. I've done this with the Stamparatus, and I just cut a square of card and just moved the stamps around, and just on my wee bird, so I just kept moving it around. So I basically went round and round in squares, and there is a video coming very soon with a different stamp set that I've recorded yesterday that's using the same technique as that, so watch out for that on Tuesday next week. And then I did this one with a sort of a wink to spring, really. So that my wee robin redbreast there. So, and then on this one I sort of blue tit and a green finch idea on these. And look at this with the magenta madness. There's at least 2 people in here that have magenta madness as their favourite colour right now. Look how well these all go together. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? And as I say, I've added in the stamp that way, and it was so therapeutic. I wouldn't be able to sit and do the whole card on a video because it 2 kgs and then colouring it in 2 kgs. But I've just coloured them in with my blends. To be honest, I sat and coloured these probably while I've been watching some of you guys doing your videos. And it's just so relaxing. So yeah, that was my card. These were all my cards that I had in my showcase. While we were at the event, one of my Stampin colleagues, she did a make and take, and this is I have to confess, it's the only make and take I made. It was over 2 nights. I don't know, I had so much other stuff going on. I never got round to doing the make and takes, but they are still there and I will go back and do them. But this was a good way to see the different designer series paper in the pack. And it's just a nice simple way to do a card. And she did die cutting circles. I just used the 3 different size punches that we have. So I thought that, you know, it was a quick and easy card. I really liked that, and I think I'll use that technique with some of our other designer series paper. I've got a few ideas in my head, and just a big long strip of paper for that. Now this sentiment is out of the Christmas one, and as you see, it's curved. May your days be merry and bright, but I just kind of straightened it out and stuck it on my block like that and straightened it up. Yeah, so this is a really nice quick, if you want to make cards in a hurry or make a bulk of cards, that is a great one. And you know, using up your scraps, how great is that? It's a fab design. But no excuse to have scraps left. Use them up. Makes a nice card. Doesn't have to be for Christmas, could be for anything. Okay, so that's cards. As I say, this is not mine, this is Hilary. Hilary does YouTube videos as well. She's Dutch. I love watching her videos. I don't know what she's saying in them, but her, you know, her crafting is fantastic. She's got a great eye for design, so have a wee look in. Now there were other people did making takes, but as I say, I haven't done them yet. If I get round to doing them, I will show you and share my version of their design. So then I had some bits cut out. This has had a bit of damage, but I still thought it was worth showing you. So I just made a wee kind of box with some vellum, and then I trimmed it with some black that I had cut out. That I did have an event that some of you are aware of where I spilt a glass of red wine on my table, and this was one of the victims. So its bottom is just a wee bit unstuck. But if I got these wee LED lights on one of these very large internet shops that can deliver the next day because I'm impatient. So I got a box of 12 of these for not very much. Oops. So I'm thinking I might take, that's effective, it's a bit of a blue light off this because it's LED. I'll keep that on, and when I've shown you the other 3D projects, I'll pop the lights down and let you see them together. So then I took one of our tins. You know the tins that are in the annual catalogue? Now I bought them, yeah. Is it at Hillary's? Karen, if you can find the link, I know it probably won't let you put a link in, but you could type the address in here if you don't mind, so that anyone who wants to go and look at Hillary's is her channel name. She does some amazing things. So there's quite a few people here that do videos. There's Shirley does videos mostly on Facebook. Corrie Paper Crafts, Karen does videos. She does some amazing 3D stuff. Who else? Karen Tilly Crafts does YouTube videos as well. If there's anyone else in here that does YouTube videos and I haven't given you a shout out, let us know. Well, it's not got a soggy bottom anymore, it's just got a wobbly bottom, a wrinkled bottom now. Anyway, the tins. I bought both packs of tins. There's lovely rectangle tins, and there's these lovely round tins in the annual catalogue, and I bought them. Or no, they're in the August to December mini catalogue. I can't say that, it's too complicated for my head. And I used my Curvy bundle. So what I did was I die cut out a circle, the two largest circles I think they are in the Layering Circles dies, and I used the tree, this tree stamp, made a few lines of trees, and I used the star one here to put the stars on, and then I stole my two wee reindeer from Snowfront. I did a bit of sponging, and then I sprayed it with my nice spray that I've made with the shimmery white paint and some rubbing alcohol. And then I put one of these wee tea lights in here. So I decorated the side of the box with just a strip of paper, and this is stamped in Mossy Meadow with the leaves. And on the front of this I've just got some scraps that I've cut with this dotted die, stamped some more trees, and of course I've got my wee robin. And I've used a bit of our foam sheet and some dimensionals to sort of form a bit for a base here. And then you just pop the lid on. Well, I need to switch my light on first, don't I? And then put the lid on. If you turn that like that, you have just a wee light, a wee tea light. And it's just pretty. Just lights up the reindeer in the background and the stars and shows off the shimmer. Yeah, it's just a different way to use the tin and make it into a wee light rather than a treat box. And then my final how are we going to do this? So, oh no, it's not my final one. This is not my final project. I forgot I've got one lying on the bed. Okay, so take a wine glass. Who's not got a few spare wine glasses lying about? And don't worry if it's your last wine glass, it's okay because you can still drink out the bottle. Alright. And then pop your LED tea light in that. What do you think? Gold embossing on vellum. And coloured on the back with Granny Apple green blends. Does that give you a nice effect? I will put the lights out at the end and let you see. So simples. Now this idea is not mine. The mini lampshade is not my idea. I stole it from Stampin Star Creations, our Esther. She did this originally way back last year sometime. She did it in a face-to-face class and she shared it on Facebook. So I've used the template that she shared then to do this, and then I've also shared that. If you want there's template to make these mini lampshades for your wine glasses. If you go to dazzlecraft.co.uk, you will get one there, or if you check out Stampin' Star Creations, you'll get that there too. So I'll pop this to the side and just show you the final project. It is a picture. So I've used plain old Whisper White cardstock, and I've used the Curvy dies to cut a nice edge on my paper, and I've created a sort of hillside snowy scene. I used silver metallic sheet to do the dove from Dove of Hope from the die set there, just 2 pieces. I've cut out piece from, somebody tell me what stamp set that's from, because I've had a brain freeze. Peace on Earth. My trees are from Mountain Air. We've got the snowflake sequins. Now some of them have gone right down, so I have to give it a bang, put it forward, get the snow falling. I know that the children will love playing with that. So that because of the static inside the glass, it's quite good that the snowflakes are sticking to the glass as well. And then you've got the snowflakes all along the bottom, which looks a bit like ground. So that's my projects, and I do intend to come and film them, some of them. So if there's something you particularly want to see done, then get in touch and let me know, and that will determine the order that I do. Joy and peace, thanks Monica. I knew it was one of those stamp sets. Well, it's the die set. Is it Joy dies they're called? But you've got joy, peace and bright, I think are the words we have. But peace, and then I've used the stamp for the On Earth, and I've heat embossed. So I just like silver and white. Oh, did I say that I sprayed the Whisper White card before I stuck the silvery bits on to give it that nice shimmer? So it is pretty, and it works particularly well in a white. A lot of people use silver and white for their Christmas theme, and I like that too. But I'm a sort of Heinz 57 varieties of Christmas decorations. Right, so that's that. So I'll just pop the lights in and dim down my lights and see if you can see the effect on them. We'll see what happens if I dim the lights, just to let you see a bit more effect. Oh, Oh, it's getting dark in here. Don't be scared, I'll stay with you. So there you go. I think that kind of just gives you an idea of... These LEDs are not expensive. Yeah. So if you've bought these tins, get them out, get them used. Doesn't it make a difference to... Yeah, it lets you see into the depth of it. So thanks very much for coming and sharing. Do get in touch if you want me to do any particular project again, but just get your stamp sets and your die sets out and get playing. If you don't have this bundle, do take advantage of the 10% off till the end of December. Don't miss out on that opportunity. You know you want to. And the link to my shop will be down below in a few minutes once this uploads. But if you go to jazzledazzlecraft.co.uk, there's a link to my online shop there as well. And any of the products that I show in my videos are available. Please, please, please subscribe. Please press the bell icon so that you know I'm coming back. And can you share my link out to anyone who you think might be interested in seeing craft videos? I am trying to get my stats and my numbers up, so I totally rely on you guys to keep sharing me and letting people know I'm here. And one of the ways to help me get seen is to, when the video's over, to go in and do a thumbs up for me. That'll show up. Okay, that's my pleading done. I've been begging done for tonight. I totally appreciate you guys that come in and share with me and chat with, you know, in the side here. I totally appreciate it. So I'm going to head off and just thank you, everyone. Stay safe and take care, and I'll ta-ra for now. Over and out. I need to find out where the off switch is though.